I've done some shopping and I'm so excited to do a fun try-on haul today. We've got skincare, we've got makeup, we've got fragrances, complete with notes from my sweetie, who is better at fragrances than I am. We've got supplements, we've got a little bit of everything in today's video, and it is all Black-owned brands. We're off the schedule yet again, but for an important reason. In case you haven't heard, we are doing a national no-buy day this Friday. Personally, I think that's such a nice idea, and I do want to participate in it, so if we're going to do a haul, it's probably better that we do that before that day. If you are just stumbling upon this channel, my skin type is dry, acne-prone, and a bit sensitive, and I haven't done this style of video in a very long time. We're going to do a full AM routine today. I'm going to have timestamps below if you are just interested in skincare and you just want to watch that portion. Maybe you're interested in some light makeup. That's all I have the energy for today, so we will have a section for that below, and then we'll talk about these other products as well. And just so you know, this video is a mix of new and old. We actually have some brand new releases today, and we have some, is this my 5th bottle? Maybe the 6th bottle? Forgive me in advance for this, but something old, something new, something borrowed, PR, something blue. All right, I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to do that. Let's get into this routine. Getting into an AM routine, we are starting with cleanser. This is such an old favorite, the Super Smoothie Cleanser from Rosen. This is now in new packaging, but I think it's the exact same ingredients list, just a packaging upgrade. I feel like we're seeing a lot of that. This, to me, is the perfect exfoliating cleanser. Can you see those fruit seeds? I think I got a better visual here. It doesn't feel harsh like walnut shells, right? It actually feels more like a peeling gel, a Korean peeling gel. You add some water and you get a very, very gentle cleansing experience. It's so gentle, and yet you are getting physical exfoliation. I've been saying this for years, but this product really is an example of how not all physical exfoliants are created equally. Products like the St. Ives Apricot Scrub do feel intense, especially if you apply a lot of pressure, whereas I just don't think you can ever really overdo the Rosen Scrub Cleanser. I rinsed this product off. I feel clean, but not stripped. They have a new Honey Kojic collection. It's sold out on their website at the moment, but I think it's still in stock at Ulta. Definitely planning to pick that one up in the future. So excited to still see them coming out with products. We're gonna move on to the undefined R&R Hydro Jelly. I am so excited about trying this. This is the only first impression in the video. This is the package that held up this entire video. Peptides, beta-glucan, glycerin, gotu kola, reishi, ashwagandha, and fermentation technology. We talked about fermentation before, but just really briefly, when you ferment ingredients, it makes them more bioavailable for your skin. And let's see how usage is. Ooh, oh, it looks like it's gonna be maybe a little bit of a thicker product. Do you see that? Oh no, I think it's just like that because of those fermented ingredients. Oh, it's gonna sink right in. Oh, and I love that they say this is a face and eye serum. See, when you see that on a product, it means that it has been specially designed or developed to be used on both your face and your eye area. When it comes to the topic of separate eye serums, sometimes this gets a little controversial. A lot of people like to say, just use a serum, your skin doesn't know the difference. But other people do have a sensitive eye area, and some people even develop milia, little bumps under their eye area. And those people sometimes do benefit from looking for a product that is specially designed for the sensitive eye area. As always, the reality with skincare is your mileage may vary, but I do love to see a product that is claiming to be both a face and eye serum, and yet is this affordable? What an incredible product. They say that this is designed to reset and replenish your skin barrier, and as somebody with a difficult skin type, I am all about those barrier boosting type of products. I did do 2 layers of that, so I feel like I kind of maybe went a little overboard. It feels a little sticky now. but I just couldn't help myself. The ingredients they're so nice. And can you believe the price on the first two products we've started this video with? $22 for a face and eye serum, $22 for a beautiful, gentle exfoliating cleanser. I love that these Black-owned brands are proving that you do not have to spend a lot to have incredible skincare, which is a funny way to move into the Pat McGrath Divine Skin Essence. I finally bought it. And before I use this, I have tried this now at this point. Before I use this in today's video, I want to make sure to say this is a beautiful essence that is totally optional. Pat McGrath is more known for her makeup products, more of a luxury experience of makeup, and yet a bold luxury experience. It's a very different brand, and that's why it's been so popular for so many years. I think this is an absolutely gorgeous, milky, biphase essence. Oh, I'm actually so glad that I got to try this. And I did buy this. I got a good discount on an app that I'm not sure I'll be continuing to talk about. We shall see. But realistically, this is a great example of paying for the experience. You are allowed to want to do that. If you want to pay for the experience of a beautiful milky essence, Pat McGrath has an awesome option for you. You are also absolutely allowed to say, no way I'm ever gonna pay $86 for a milky essence. And you don't need to. Haru Haru Wonder has an amazing milky essence, probably my favorite. Like all milky essences, poured it into the palms of my hands and then just gently pressing it into my skin. It acts as a hydrating and moisturizing product. So I could skip moisturizer today if I wanted to. And I really do have to admit, look at the glow. Look at the glow this essence gives. Look, let's be honest, that's mostly because of the oil content in this. Oil tends to make your skin look pretty glowy. But my skin does seem to love this essence. It is beautiful under makeup. It is just ultimately that it is an optional product. And I think that's the best way to see the luxury skincare experience. It's there if you want to pay for it, but in my mind, it should never be something where you can't afford to buy an $86 essence, guess you're gonna have bad skin. No. I absolutely do not believe that, and I am opposed to anything that would make you feel that you have to spend a lot of money. I do feel like the funniest part of this essence, and nobody told me this, but it comes with stickers. They are actually quite gorgeous stickers. I wasn't mentally prepared to get stickers with my $86 luxury essence. But I love it. I love it. We're moving on to the Beauty Stat Eye Cream. I like this eye serum. I like a tinted eye serum. It's also got 5% L-ascorbic acid, which is, of course, the gold standard of vitamin C. And mind you, I was over here thinking that would be very tricky to incorporate into an eye cream without irritation, but Beauty Stat did it. This is a lovely eye cream. However, my gripe for a while has been I didn't understand why they added some essential oil ingredients, which is something I felt about quite a few Beauty Stat products. But I was on the Ulta website and I noticed that this now has new packaging. It has a, get ready for it, lower price point. And they removed the essential oils. I absolutely love it when a company listens to what customers are saying. So I will probably pick up the new and improved Beauty Stat. I actually just bought another of their peptide moisturizers in the sales over the holidays. I didn't know they were changing the packaging, so we're just gonna have older packaging on some of their products for a while. And I'm gonna finish this all Black-owned skincare routine with one final product. You have probably heard about this. This is the Topicals Like Butter Moisturizer. It's been around for a while. I heard a lot of hype about it in the past. I feel like people are always talking about new products, sometimes at the expense of older products. This was on sale in Sephora's most recent sale, and I was looking at it and I realized this has green tea, medicoside, turmeric, rhubarb, ginseng, 1% colloidal oatmeal. You know, just this week on the channel, just past week rather, I tried the new Ilia Barrier Build Moisturizer and I love it. I love that moisturizer. It is $64 and honestly, I think this has better ingredients. And it's in a tube, which a lot of people like. Some people don't like it. When you first start using any of these aluminum tubes, it does come out more quickly. So you kind of have to be careful when you start using that moisturizer. I've also seen some people say they had pilling with this. I don't get pilling with this. I think it's a product where you don't need much. I guess the sale ended on this, but it is still $30 less than the Ilia product, and dare I say, it might be better. It might actually be better. You know, we as skincare enthusiasts, we have to be the ones to really be on top of brands and see, are you innovating or are you just kind of coming out with a moisturizer? I debated bringing out the K-Skin sunscreen. I do like that one. I have it in this video if you would like to see it, but I think ultimately I do prefer to import K-Beauty sunscreens. I can use their filters while I can't use American filters and a chemical sunscreen. So as long as I can still get Korean sunscreen, I do prefer it. So that's what I'm gonna use today. I'm just gonna go ahead and go off camera to apply this. You know I like to take 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after applying my sunscreen. But one really quick note before I put this on, you saw me apply a small amount of moisturizer. I am going to apply the 1/4 teaspoon amount of sunscreen that my face needs in order to reach the SPF on the packaging. Little goes a long way. Use the correct amount. Moving into the makeup section of today's video, so I bought some products from the brand LYS. I have loved this brand pretty much since they first came out, but I fell a little behind. However, I've caught myself up. I bought their new foundation stick, and oh my gosh, it's so good. I talked about the Dior foundation stick not too long ago. That was so hyped everywhere. This foundation stick reminds me so much of the Dior, except without that con of a ton of fragrance. I will say I think I might have actually gone a hair too light with this. This is the lightest shade. It is LN1, and I think they have an LN3. I think that would have been probably a better match for me. It's okay that I went a little too light because I also bought the bronzer stick. I just cannot believe how nicely this foundation stick blends out. It blends out so well. And I think that does make sense since it's got some rose hip oil in it. You know, foundation sticks will always have some kind of ingredients that help them to have their shape. So-called filler ingredients, you might say, just so it has that shape to it. So it stays a stick instead of, you know, melting out of the product. And sometimes that can make for foundations that don't blend out nicely, but I mean, look at this. This blends out so well. So as my voice tries to run away from me, I want to take a brief moment to talk about mental health today. Do kind of a check-in. How are you all doing? I wasn't doing well for a very long time. I think some of you probably knew that before I did. I'm finally going to therapy, and I just felt so guilty about it at first. I was over here going, what's wrong in my life? I'm supposed to be the one who is standing up for other people, but here's the thing. If your mental health is suffering, you're not going to be a good ally for anybody until you address that. I was over here feeling guilty about taking mental health resources. I have a psychology degree. I know that I would never tell you don't take up mental health resources. That's not at all how this works. No, mental health resources exist for a reason. They want to help you. Can't see the forest for the trees sometimes. And I just kind of kept giving myself excuses and sinking deeper and deeper into just this, you know, sadness. Let's be honest, because I know that you know how these things work. It took a friend to say, Alice, I think you might want to actually look into getting some help, just kind of have somebody to talk to for a bit. So that is all LYS sticks. Oh no, what color did I use? Oh no, I think that was Elite, right? Yeah, Elite. I bought the trio. Did you all see I did a short? I don't think anyone saw it. I don't think I'm gonna do YouTube shorts anymore. YouTube's algorithm is such an absolute mystery to me. I guess they're doing a different algorithm for shorts versus long form, and those of you watching this video, I don't think you like shorts, do you? I also bought the LYS loose powder. I absolutely love it. I bought the About Face powder too, right? I talk about this over on Instagram, but I hate that mesh sifter. This is the right way to do it. This is just your plastic cover here, and then you can dump this into the lid here, LYS brush, and then look at that. It actually is a perfect system to pick up that powder. So that's how I'm doing. I hope you all are doing okay, you know. And again, if you're not, it is okay. It is okay to reach out for help, whatever kind of help you need, whether that's calling a close friend, whether that's finding a therapist. So there we have an all LYS base. Can you see how natural this is? I hope it didn't make it look complicated, because realistically, these sticks are super easy. And these are affordable. Are you kidding me? I love LYS in the same way that we talked about Rosen and Undefined Beauty in the skincare section. This brand is also keeping makeup more affordable. I am gonna spray my face with something that it feels a little expensive. It does. The Fenty You Mist Makeup Extending Setting Spray. I'm not gonna lie, this is a very good setting spray. I was incredibly impressed with this, wore it out over the weekend, and my makeup did not budge, even though this does not contain any drying alcohols. That said, it still is painful to look at that ingredients list. It smells a little funny too, just so you all know. I've seen some people say it smells like sweat, saliva. It's the same gripes people have with the Urban Decay setting spray. I think it's just setting spray itself. It smells like this. I think these beneficial ingredients don't smell good. I think they don't smell good. But it works well. It's just $32 for 3.4 fluid ounces, and you know this is mostly water. It's so frustrating because it is this situation where, yes, it's valid to say this is mostly water and it costs nothing to mass produce. But it would also be incorrect to stop there, because you are also paying for the science, you're paying for the cosmetic formulators who figured out that these ingredients like PVP are so effective at keeping your makeup in place. I honestly feel like I experience both emotions, appreciation for the science, and also frustration at the price point. Do you know what I mean? Maybe this is just the Pat McGrath product of my makeup section here. There's good setting sprays at drugstore pricing. But I am gonna tell you, we're gonna use only 2 more makeup products doing a super easy look today. I finally tried out Win Beauty. This tubing mascara is unbelievably good. This has that kind of wand that I really appreciate, where it really has 2 different sides to it. One is far more for, why can I not get a good visual? There we go. One is more for separation and one is more for application. At this point, I felt convinced that tubing mascara just can't also be volumizing, and I swear this mascara is proving me wrong. That's the application side. Switching this over to the kind of more comb-like side. Did Serena Williams really come out with the best tubing mascara of all time? That is only 1 coat. You can actually go in with a second coat with this. And yes, it does remove with all the little tubes. Just water and the tubes come off. I will tell you though, it's a little hard to get it going, harder to get this going than most tubing mascaras I've tried. I felt like at first, when I first started removing this, I was going, are we sure this is a tubing mascara? Then it started to come off in those little tubes, and that's when I realized maybe that is part of why it's such a good tubing mascara. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't flake, it stays all day. I mean, can you believe that's a tubing mascara? That is so much volume and length for a tubing mascara. This is really good, and $19. It's not even unreasonably priced. Her lip glosses are really nice, also very pigmented, but I'm gonna finish up this look with the Pound Cake Browning Lip Oil. I talked about this in the past. It's actually sold out at the moment, but it's such a good option. Light pigmentation and taste, Pound Cake, and higher pigment, Win Beauty. And that's today's super easy makeup look. We are done, but I do want to share with you the Octavia Morgan Fragrance Discovery Set. I am so happy I purchased this, and let me tell you, I almost did not buy this. I have this new rule. I don't know when I started this rule, but somewhere along the way, I decided that buying these fragrance sampler sets, quote unquote, you are paying for samples? For samples? These are the free samples. I had worked myself up into being opposed to that, and here's the problem. So inevitably, I bought some full-size fragrances that I just don't like. Blind buying fragrance is a terrible idea. I almost blind bought La Fer from this company. However, it sold out before I was able to get my order in, so I begrudgingly bought the sampler set, $28 for 4 free samples. In defense of the company, I mean, they did package it nicely. They really did. That is 8 milliliters of fragrance, which is actually not a bad price point for this brand, which is much more of a luxury fragrance brand. So, starting with La Fer, this one says it has saffron, jasmine, ambergris, and cedarwood. Again, this is the one I thought I wanted to try. It sounds like a lovely floral fragrance, right? When I got this set in, this is the first one I sprayed on my wrist, and I went, but I smell absolutely nothing. It's so light that I would have been really upset if this is the one that I had paid for and bought a full size. Again, you absolutely could love this if light fragrances are your jam, but that's not what I was going for. I already have light fragrances, skin scents. So the next one I tried was Midnight Orchard, and this one is actually Ara's favorite. She says that it smells like apple blossoms, dew, it smells very fresh, and I do agree, this one smells like a fresh floral. I actually need to smell this one again. Let me spray it and tell you. It's very nice and pleasant. It's one of those fragrances that isn't obtrusive. It feels kind of like walking under a big apple tree. I think this will be a really nice fragrance for the warmer months, especially spring. It's actually just very spring vibes. Think spring, think fresh fruits, and you've got this fragrance, which is nice, but I've still been on the hunt for more. So then we have Legendary, which is your woody fragrance. Listen, I like this one, and I'm surprised that I do. It is absolutely the most gender neutral of all 4 of these, and I don't say this too often, but I actually think this layers so incredibly well. I don't like to say that. I feel like layering has been late stage capitalism. Layering should be something that is fun to do. It shouldn't be, a brand has 10 fragrances and convinces you you need to buy all 10 so that you can mix and match 4 different fragrances every day. No, you mix the fragrance notes. I buy 1 bottle. That's how it used to be. But I think that people who are really into fragrance can enjoy layering just for the enjoyment of it, the experience of combining different scents and seeing what it does. And I feel like this fragrance actually gives you that. This brings this depth to other fragrances that you combine it with. So I really like it layered. On its own, I'm not that much of a just woodsy smells type of person. But again, layered, I'm telling you, this is actually something special. And what did Ara say about it? Oh, that's right. Ara says that this one also has a clean scent, and she feels like this reminds her of Bronze Goddess. Bronze Goddess with the pickles notes, I do not get that, but I know that there is one of the woody scents smells like pickles to some people. So just as a heads up. And that brings us to the last fragrance that I absolutely would not have blind bought in a million years. Dark Rose. You see, I do not like rose scents, so why on earth would I buy a rose scent? This is the fragrance that the brand highlights, and now I know why. I, a rose hater, love this fragrance. What are our combined notes about this? Okay, burnt rose oil, amaretto, whiskey barrel, black cherry, currant, mysterious. It smells so much stronger. Oh my gosh, I love this. It's all the cumulative notes we have written down. Both of us love this, and neither of us like rose. It is so unique. It is so strong. It is so strong. This is the polar opposite of La Fer. It does smell like whiskey barrels. It does smell like black cherries. It has so much going on in it. I just feel like the person who wears this is complex and mysterious. I feel that. And I never in a million years would have even picked this up in the store. I'm so glad I got the Discovery set. I'm so glad. One more thing. Somebody left a review comparing this to another fragrance that I like, the Floral Street Wild Vanilla Orchid. I disagree with that person. This smells very different, but it has that same mysterious charm. Let me know in the comments if any of you have tried this. I know they're in a few Ulta stores now. I was not able to find them in a store. I don't think they're near me, but I hope this brand grows in popularity because I know fragrance is having a moment, and this Dark Rose as well as Legendary are both so unique. Let's end with one final product. I want to tell you about the Gold Vanilla Cream Collagen Boost. I don't drink coffee every single day, but when I do, I like to add creamer to it. The problem that I have is if I buy liquid creamer, because I don't drink coffee every day, I just don't go through it. I end up throwing away so much creamer. However, I do buy almond milk, which is how I know that I'll be going to the bad place. And what I found out is that there are these powder creamers that you can get a milk frother, a true milk frother, mix a scoop of these powders into your almond milk, and you get that full mouth feel of a heavy cream, that fatty feel. I also take hyaluronic acid, so I thought this would be perfect. Now, I like it, but I don't love it. It doesn't have enough of the mouthfeel. I guess because actually it's 4 grams of fat per serving and 3 grams of carbohydrates. The last powder that I bought was mostly fats. That said, I still like this. I will definitely finish it. I like the Gold brand. It's a very cute little supplement brand that doesn't have just pills. They have a matcha powder if you're into green tea, that kind of thing. That's their vibe. Okay, my friends, this was a long video, but I hope you enjoyed. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and let me know what you purchased during the Black-owned 10X event, or feel free to share any amazing Black-owned brands that you love. Share your favorite products. Let us know in the comments. But that is it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, everything will be linked below if you would like to check these products out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all next time.